Hello, hello. Hang on a minute. Just have to pin another comment up there. Paste. Pinned. Done. Come say hello to whoever is sitting in the background there. Come say hello. Might take a little while for people to come in because from what I've seen, there are a few lives on the internet in the spiritual community. So we might be all over the place at the moment. Hi, Carmen. How are you? Hi, Shirley. How are you doing? Hope you're all well. What's everybody been doing this week? Yes, I am well, Carmen. I got up this morning fairly early, thinking, well, believing that I had something organised, and then the plans got changed, so I got up really early, and I think I'm going to be going to bed tonight as early as well because I got a long day tomorrow too. But it's all good, all good. Carmen, I have a card for you that I was asked to. Hope you don't mind. I know you didn't ask, but I have a card here for you. Do you want to hear it? I've got it from this deck here, The Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed. Okay, all right. So, Carmen, let's get stuck straight into this because I tend to talk too much right at the very beginning of the live. So, just don't forget that this is interactive, so anybody can put their intuitive uh, gifts in place here and just let us know what you think of this card. But at the moment, Carmen, this particular card is they're saying that there are situations in life where you see the value of loss, grief, and a broken heart. Yet it's not a pain or a loss itself that must be focus of your attention here. No, not even the story of what happened. The details surrounding what has brought you to your knees is as important as what results from the experience. Just let me know if this is resonating for you, Carmen. Um, you can see that this solution has broken you wide open, enabling you to have an even greater capacity for love, compassion, empathy, and understanding. You cannot be the same person you were before. The only way forward is to move through it without resisting or manipulation, without attempting to bargain or with unseen forces, because none of your usual fallbacks can be put together again. It's saying if you do fall prey to self-absorption or some type of self-pity, it just means that it's going to take it longer to get through to the next phase of the grief. So whatever part of the grief you're holding on to, they're asking you to let go of that. Even if you prolong the inevitable, you will still get there. It will just take longer. The gift is in accepting who you've become as a consequence of integrating this difficult experience and allowing yourself to be more than you were. This wisdom comes at the high price, but the value of your experience is moving through, and to the other side is unsurpassed, right? Love yourself, Carmen. Please love yourself. That is the result of being broken open by life's challenges and lessons. It teaches us things that we cannot even see at the particular time. And us woke up, us people that have been woken up for a little while do see it, but we also have to sit through that grief that we go through, right, in order to experience that which needs to be experienced in order to feel basically what they're saying to me the opposite is. So you're so very welcome, Carmen, and hopefully that has resonated for you. I don't know whether it's something that you're still holding on to, a part of that grief process that sometimes is hard to let go of. That applies to anybody. Um, so just be aware of that, and perhaps sit in that for a little while and see whether or not you can work through the issues for yourself. So, hi Erica Rivera, how are you? Hope you are well. Have you been on my platform before, Erica? This is something that I'm trialing out. It's called Interactive Intuitive Tuesdays, where if you have any gifts, you are more than welcome to pass any gifts on to the person or any messages on to the person that I am reading for. It doesn't have to be from the card that I show you on the screen. It can be it can just be messages that you have for that particular person. First time, Erica. Excellent. All right, Erica, don't forget to follow my page before you request a reading. And any donations, please, will go directly to, if you don't know me already, any donations that you put in go directly towards anti-child trafficking. All right, so it doesn't matter how small it is, because this is Intuitive Tuesdays. Intuitive Tuesdays. So just put your donation in if you'd like, and they will go directly towards anti-child trafficking. Any public readings that I do on my lives, that's where it goes. Excellent. All right, so let's keep going here, guys, because I can see a number of you sitting in the background. I'm not quite sure who they are, but let's keep going. I've got a different deck at the moment that I'm using. It's called the Oracle, the Seven Energies. They're Oracle cards. So as I said, you can read them if you like. You can read the card, or you can give your own messages to the person that I'm reading for. Okay, so who would like a reading? We're just starting out. Now, usually I don't go straight into the readings, but today I've decided that I'm going to go straight into the readings because it was called for. Shirley, you're up. Shirley Sampson. Okay, so any messages for Shirley, please go ahead and give her any messages that you have for her. Shirley, when these messages come through the chat, can you please give some type of a response to the person who is giving you the message? That will give them the validation that they need, which is important when we learn to express the messages that we get given for people. Now, I have this card in front of me, which I will show you in a moment. No, that's okay, Erica. That's all right. Don't stress about it. It's sometimes that happens, and I do understand that there may be a certain percentage of people that can't donate, so that's also okay. But that doesn't stop me from giving you the messages. Okay. So, Shirley. Just keep commenting, Erica, if you like. That way I won't miss you. I haven't written any names down other than the ones I've already done a reading for. So, you're welcome, Carmen. Right, so Shirley. Okay, Shirley. So if anybody else has any ideas or any messages that they would like to give to Shirley, please do. This is the message that I'm going to be given to her, a higher view. So if you have a message for Shirley, please let her know what you are picking up. And Shirley, just remember, feedback is an important part of this session today. So if you could be as open as you possibly can about your messages, that would be great. So Source is actually asking you to look at something from a higher perspective, from a different view, from a higher view. All right. Uh, they're asking you to have some sort of neutrality or let go of a judgment or an assumption. Okay. They want you to stay unbiased. So the card actually says sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the ends of our nose. um, and we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than one of awareness. Being in a reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in the same comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. So they're asking you to not react, they're asking you to be proactive. And I say this sometimes on lives, it's not a good place to sit in when you are reacting to a situation. The right place to be is to be proactive about it and only come in on something that needs to be spoken about rather than reacting to a situation. I've just been going through some things since my dad passed in early April. Okay, yes, I'm so sorry for your loss, Shirley. So sorry. It really is sad when we lose people that we love. So the rest of the card is saying the way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird of like 1,000 feet above the world. Okay, wouldn't your perspective change from a higher view, from a higher point of view? You can see for miles. You could let go of the naming or blaming um, obstacles that may be in your way, and instead easily discover a path to a more beautiful and compelling place. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you are able to step back and keep a bit of distance and make things clearer for yourself. Okay, you can wait before you actually respond to somebody. Just wait before you respond. Just have a think about what it is that you're responding to, and don't respond out of the need to justify the way you're thinking. They're asking you to just step into that space of not knowing and have a think about it. It's important that you see this from a higher perspective. So I'm picking up that perhaps it is to do with your father passing in April, because you kind of feel like you've got nobody there for you anymore. Your rock has disappeared. Your world feels like it's collapsing in on itself. But I think what the universe is trying to say to you is trust that all is going to be okay and that he's not disappeared. You just can't see him. You're having issues with your sister as well. Yeah. Yeah, just see it from a higher perspective. She is not walking in your shoes, and nor are you in hers. And that means that something is bubbling, something is going on below the surface of this, and they want you to just look at it from a different perspective. Okay, so just make sure that you do that. I think Penny said to you before, Shirley needs to look out of the box. So, which is basically what this card is saying by, having a higher view. And she also says, have faith that all will be just as it should be without all the worry and overthinking. Yeah. It's really hard, isn't it, Penny, to step out of those positions, to step out of those places, particularly when we find ourselves in them, right? And hi, Mila. Um, it's easy for people like us to sit back and say, step out of that, but you will step out of that when it's time for you to step out of that, Shirley. Okay, you will see different perspectives. I'm good, thank you, Mila. I'm really good, thank you. Tired because I got up so early today, but other than that, and I'm a little bit cold because my new central heating is being put in tomorrow, so I'm just kind of cold. You're so welcome, Shirley. Okay, so we're just waiting for other people to come in. Please just share us out to a different place if you like. Share us out, tag people, do whatever you want to do. This is a learning platform at the moment, so you can use your intuitive skills and pass on messages to other people as well. So, and remember that love. And Penny also says to you, Shirley, she says, remember that love is always there with a thought. Yep, absolutely. Okay, worried about my mum in hospital. Oh, why is she back in hospital, Mila? I thought she was going over to your sister's. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Please, everybody, you are welcome to use your intuitive gifts when we are reading for someone. This is an inclusive and interactive Tuesday. Intuitive, interactive Tuesday. She is sick. Infection. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Not good at all. Okay, so who would like a reading? And please remember that if you are new to this platform, please go through and make sure that you follow my page before requesting a reading. And if you have gifts, you are more than welcome to use them in the chat and give messages to the people who are up on the screen. So Mila is not up on the screen at the moment. And if you would like to put in a donation, any amount will be gratefully accepted as it goes towards anti-child trafficking. So who would like a reading? Just let me know. Doctors don't know what it is she is got with or where the infection has come from. Um, okay, Mila, I don't know what this means, but they're telling me that this was something that was dormant before, that got woken up because of all of the changes that are happening in her life. And that is not a reflection on you. Okay, as long as you understand that this infection, and they're also telling me that it is something that it was in the environment that she has picked it up from. So now I know that your mum was in hospital before. I don't know how long ago this was. This, they're telling me it was dormant and it's come back, and it will need to be treated. Once they know what it is, they'll be able to treat it. I'm good, thank you, Kathy. Erica. So Mila says, Erica, she's got pain in her legs. Erica says she's seeing her legs. Vivian, I'm worried about. No, okay, all right. Just hang on a minute, Vivian. We're just concentrating on Mila's mother at the moment. She was in hospital last year in October. So is she walking around much where she is at the moment, Mila? She's got pain in her legs. I think it's some kind of arthritis. Yeah. When we give our messages, Erica, just be careful about how you say it because some people do stress about the way it's being told. So when, as I said, remember this is the learning. We're all learning this at the moment. It's important to give it to a person in a way that they understand it and can move forward with that information. She's walking around. Okay. It is a heavy load on you, Miller, considering all the changes that are going through at the moment. It is weighing down on you. All right, this particular card has come up for you again, the Ten of Wands. So if people want to read that card, please do. It's like you've got this really heavy weight on your shoulders because of this. And it could also represent your mother feeling very heavy in her body. I'm not sure if the doctors have done a blood test. So, this is, this represents the home. The castle in the background represents the home, and this represents the person that belongs to the home. It has to do with Hi, Conchetta, how are you? It has to do with the circulation, the blood sugar, something she's eaten. Like there's a need for a diet change, lots of water needed, stretching and movement, best in the water, like a pool. Thank you, Erica. Yes, I feel like I'm carrying the weight again, but I ask help from my siblings. And did they give you the help? I mean, I know that your mother is going or is with your sister now, which is exactly what needs to be at this particular point in time. One of the cards that I picked up before said, "It is what it is. It is the way it should be." So, I don't want that to be taken as, demeaning the way you feel at all. But this is the way it is meant to be moved through. She couldn't stay at your place any longer. It was time for somebody else to take the reins with your mother. She did his mum hasn't moved yet, Caroline. Okay, all right. She will. She will. She'll be fine. I think it's just a lot of change for a person at her age, but it is a change that is going to be welcomed in. It is. And I know you've done it. I remember you saying, I've done it for the whole of my life with your mother. I am the one visiting her at the moment while I'm off work. So is anybody else visiting her, Mila? What about the sister that she's supposed to be going to live with? Is she visiting your mother as well? Anybody else has any messages for her? Please let me know. There seems to be some sort of confusion happening in your life. And I'm not talking about your confusion. It feels like some sort of family confusion happening. There is confusion. They give me the word confusions here. Um, so I don't know whether that means that the communication has dropped out, that people are not understanding each other's perspectives. I'm just getting confusion. So someone will visit her has been told me to go home and rest. Did you come off a late shift, Mila. Hi, Margaret. I feel Mila. Erica says, I feel as if she's done some movement with her legs in bed, like paddling. It will help. Yeah, and that's how they usually do the physio. I know that they did that with my father before they actually put him on a wheelie walker. They actually asked him to do some exercises in bed because he was the way he was. He didn't want to exercise, so they had to come in and make sure that he did them. Confusion, confusion, confusion. Confusion, not speaking what needs to be said. Communication needs to be upped. The communication needs to be upped because this is the rock. This is the mother who we're affecting here. So we need to talk more. We need to talk with each other, and if that means a meeting, and if that means a get together at somebody's house, on a specific night, then do it because it needs to be talked about. How you're going to move forward with this. I'm sure your mother is going to be able to come through with the issues that she's got, and she's probably in the best place to receive the medications, the treatment that she needs. Um, mm. Penny says, Mila, honey, sometimes we have to be the one to wake up those around us to the facts of what it is in order to get people to listen. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So keep bringing those messages through for the person that we're reading for. This is really good. That will give you a better understanding because you'll be getting feedback from the person who is being read to let you know whether or not you are on point. Just turn this music down a little bit, I think. Okay, so who is it that's in the audience here at the moment that is feeling sick in the stomach? Who's feeling unwell? It's almost like I need to speak to somebody, I need to say something. I don't think it's Mila, it just feels like somebody else. It's making me feel sick in the stomach, like I need to deal with it. You're welcome, Mila. Whether they listen or not is a different story. Yeah. You can only put it out there, Penny. And we all know that. You can only put it out there. Okay, so let's just tune in on Penny at the moment. Okay, I feel like I need to say something. I feel sick in the stomach because it's churning. Whatever is going on, it feels like it's churning over in my stomach, and I don't know what it is. I don't know where this feeling is coming from. It's like anxiety. It's like frustration. It's like pain. It's like emotional upset. All of these feelings are churning around in your stomach and it's making my stomach feel sick. So, Penny, is that how you're feeling at the moment? I'm just having a read of Penny. Chew. Okay, Dawn, that's good. I think it might be Penny that we're picking up on. Um, I was yesterday, domestic violence situation yesterday, but when I went to say something, they weren't there. Oh, Margaret, really? It wasn't against you, though, was it? The domestic violence. It was in the area that you live in. Um, I I do. Mum will have. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Penny. It really does. My heart goes out to you. She's asking you to put something around you. This is weird. Put something around you that reminds you of her, so that you don't feel so alone today. She wants you to just remember that, and you know this, Penny, that she's not gone. She is there. You just can't see her. What you're missing is that what is that feeling of just having her around you. Hi, Sandy. Please don't forget to make sure that you follow my page before you request a reading. And if you have a look in the description of the live, and you'll see what this is all about. Um, I do have something that, oh, it's not there. Hang on, let me see. Banners. Oh no, that's just for the anti-child trafficking. I didn't put that up either. Okay, so it is interactive, intuitive Tuesdays where you get to use your gifts in order to give a message to the person that we're reading for. And any donations, no matter how small, will go towards anti-child trafficking. Um, not towards you. Okay, Margaret, that's good. Sending love and compassion. Yeah. Yeah, so just whatever it is that she's asking you to put, is there something that you have in your home that was hers? Like, I mean, I don't know why that they're just telling me to look at I've got a blanket here because I'm a little bit cold down this end of the house before my heating gets put in tomorrow. But is there a blanket or something that you can put, that you can wrap yourself up into, that you can sit underneath or sit with, something that belongs to her? And then I see this. They asked me to look at the card, and I thought to myself, why? Is there a flower or something that not particularly like this, but that opens up like a flower like that? That perhaps that she has, or that you've got, that reminds you of her. Just be. She wants you to feel closer to her. Numbers are all around. I know this. Thank you so much. Yes, I have a few things. Okay. All right. We'll get those things out, and that will ease. It won't. It will ease it, but they want you to. They're also saying you need to go through these feelings of of missing her, because that's just what we do. That we're human beings. We can't not. This is how, you loved her. we need to we need to remember that. We need to allow ourselves to grieve. Okay, Sandy, that's fine. I grew a rose for her. Okay, all right, okay. Well, maybe that's what the flower represents then, for you to have that near you. And with that particular card, which is number 43, and that adds up to 7. um, This is all to do with your thoughts, okay? Your understanding, your wisdom. And the card itself says, in prayer, we connect directly to our higher power. It is a way for us to be in communion with the divine, a reminder that our lives are sacred conversations with to be continuously engaged in. Thank you, Sandy. um, a power greater than us acts on our behalf and is activating through us, suffusing our hearts and minds with the faith that is life affirming, loving, and compassionate. So you're going through all of these feelings at the moment, Penny, and they want you to remember that it is okay for you to sit in this. It's okay, because this is, as you said before, it will be within the next hour that she would have passed. And, sometimes you might even find yourself crying just because. You might even feel this on your face, like she's just saying, I'm here for you, darling. Like, I'm just getting sweet pea, like I'm here for you, sweet pea. We engage in humility, knowing that we are in a cooperative partnership and have so much to be grateful for. Um, when a family breaks apart like that, and through one form or another, and in your case, Penny, the loss of your mother, it hurts. Okay, it hurts, like, to the bottom of your soul. It hurts. Anything we lose. So please just allow yourself to go through that. All right. So that was for you, Penny. Okay. So who else would like to go next? I love you too, Penny. Just take care of yourself, all right? Just be gentle. Snuggle up on your bed. Cuddle into your pillow. Do what you need to do. I love that video that you had up of you sitting on your porch, by the way, listening to the rain. I couldn't see the raindrops themselves, but I could hear the thunder. I didn't see any lightning, but I did actually. I love sitting out there. I'm kind of like jealous in a way that I can't sit out and watch it, unless, of course, I move my car out of the garage and I can just open up the doors and see out. I could do that, I guess, but I'm very jealous that you get to sit on your porch and watch the storm go through. Don't mind them. No, Sandy, it's all good. It's all good. Um, Absolutely. Hi, Josh Fino. I'm in hospital now. Endoscopy. Oh, Marina, that's not good. What's happening? Well, you won't be awake though. You'll be under anaesthetic, just a light anaesthetic, so they'll be able to figure out what's going on with you. Hello, Miss Josh Fino. Margaret Rogerson wants to know who's getting a download at the moment, the top of the forehead, near the crown. Who is having pain in that particular area? They say I'm being belligerent. What? What's that got to do with an endoscopy? Because I'm asking too much. No, 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 no. You ask as many questions as you need to ask, Marina. You ask as many questions as you need to ask. Okay, so Margaret Madison Lynn says she just started a little bit. I don't know whether that was meant for you, Margaret, because I have natural therapies background. But whatever background you have the right to ask these questions. You have the right to ask these questions. Now, I'm going to read the card that I've got for you and see if it resonates with you. Okay, so this card is actually called Call of the Muse, Marina. Call of the Muse. Actually, people, see if you can read this particular card. If you can't, just let her know if there are any messages that you are getting for her. So Marina says, I'm bumping up against the system. You have every right to bump the system, all right? That's what we spiritual people do. We bump the system. You are being called to step into your true power and essence. This is one of those times when you are required to bring everything you are, all that you have learned, experienced and integrated, and offer it up in service of the world. When you take center stage, or in your case, when you start speaking, um, you will be noticed. Yes, as you shine brightly, you will naturally stand apart from the others. This idea may bring up excitement and genuine pride or discomfort, but this is not the time to make yourself small or avoid the glare of the spotlight or potential punishment by others. It takes courage. It takes courage, Marina, to stand up and speak. But know that this is the right thing for you to do today. You have to do this. Because we're going to apply asking all of us. Absolutely, Amanda. So where are we? Where are we up to? Joshvina, Marina. Um, Sorry, Marina, just trying to find your. So we're bumping up against the system. And their ignorance, absolutely, and you need to stay on top of this. Sometimes your questions actually invites the person who is listening to think more. So don't ever think that, when you say something, it's wasted, because it is most definitely not. Wow, how appropriate. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And that was, when you said something about having your endoscopy today. Margaret, I'm pretty sure Margaret means that for you, Marina. Bring out your inner child, your childlike innocence. Have fun and don't worry about what others think or say. Hopefully that is for Marina. And Penny says, Marina, I hear it. Give it all you've got, kid. Okay, give it all you've got. Just keep asking those questions. I refuse to stop answering. I have been asking questions ever since I was old enough to talk, right? And people kept saying to me, "Do you have to ask so many questions? Why are you asking so many questions?" That's how I learn. This is how I challenge people to think differently. This is what we do, okay? So whatever you do, don't stop. You're so welcome, Marina. So are there any other messages for Marina that anybody would like to put out there for her? Takes a lot of courage and strength to do what you're doing. Okay? This is for you, Marina. You need the strength, you need the courage to be able to do what you're doing at the moment. So you keep talking and you have that endoscopy done, and whatever comes from that, you'll be able to deal with. I've got the books. I always asking questions. Yes, I've got given books. We're such a square peg in a round hole. Yeah, but that's what we do in the spiritual community, Marina. That is what we do. Hey, Karina, how are you? Um, Marina, Kathleen, I was the same way when I was little, always asking a lot of questions. Yep. That being a square peg in a round hole is not such a bad thing. You know, we just don't fit sometimes, and that's our key. It is a powerful card. If you're talking about the strength card, that one was the one for you. That was that was called the strength card. So that is a very powerful card. Sandy wants to say to you, Marina, work with solar plexus, citrine, or the yellow color yellow for you, Marina. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just had 2 massages watching your gorgeous. Oh, I want a massage too, Karina. Can you please come over here and give me one? Please, 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 please. I had a massage the other day, by the way, and it was just magic. Um, okay, so Margaret says, damn, now I'm picking up on someone has a lot of reflux. Can you take it back with love? Sending it back. Just send it back to where it came from, Margaret. So whoever has the reflux, all you need to do is say, it's me. I have the reflux, and it will be sent back to you, but it will be sent back to you with love, so it won't affect you the way it's affecting Margaret. Marina, it's because they don't understand, and I bring up stuff in them, and they don't have to face. They have to face themselves. Yes. But even if they don't do it at that particular point, Marina, what you're doing is allowing them the opportunity to consider this later on. Sometimes they don't like being confronted with that, and then they go away and take it. You'll find a lot of people will, not answer what you have said straight away. What they'll do is they'll take it away and they'll think about it then. So much easier for them to process. Margaret, I think Amanda Whitehorn is saying that was her. The peanuts caused it. Who's the Adelaide viewers here? Oh, I don't know, Karina. We're from all over the place. Please, if you would like to, any amount or any donation that you would like to put through to the anti-child trafficking, anybody who is in the chat can use their intuitive gifts to give messages to the people that have got up on the screen. So Karina's not on the screen, but whoever would like one, just let us know, and you can also pop through a small donation if you like. As I said, any amount will be grateful as it goes to anti-child trafficking. Amanda Whitehorn is in Adelaide. And Simone, I saw you went live the other day. I missed it, but I did see a little bit of it when I replayed. Go you. Good on you. Well done. I would love one. I would donate if I were able to. That's okay, Maddie. Maddie or Madison? Madison Lynn, what needs to be? Any messages for Madison Lynn? Anybody out there in the community of the chat? If you have any messages for Madison Lynn, please let her know. They're telling me that you can't sit still, Madison. That you are beyond the ordinary. That you are always out there doing things for people, talking to people, using your gifts for people. Just let us know in the comments if this is resonating with you. Right, it's card number 43, which is another 7, beyond the ordinary. And when I look at that card, I just see healing. I see giving. I see, can I replay that? Yes, you can, Marina. Later on you can, absolutely. Who are we doing medicine? 48. Okay, so Madison, when you put in yes, can you just let us know what the yes means? Because I'm not quite sure what that relates to. So just put a few more words in so that we can figure out what it means. And it's not actually 43, it's 45. My apologies. So people, I'm feeling anxious, a bundle of energy. Yeah, Penny, that's basically what I'm picking up. Like I can't stay still. I'm always giving, I'm always doing. No, I have to be on the go the whole time. Having said that, they're saying that you're still using your gifts and you're still able to separate all of the things that you've got in your life. No, that's better. That's what I mean, Maddie. Maddie, we just need to be able to figure out what it is that you're responding to, and it will happen on this particular live where you will get messages from other people as well. So they need to know what it is that you're talking about. So energy, healing, medium. I get that you're in the spiritual world when you give to people, whether that's through the way you talk, whether that's through doing, whether that's through loving. You are always giving to somebody. So now I'm going to read this particular card. Yes, Penny, grounding. Yes, you do need to ground a little bit more, Madison. That's what I'm picking up as well for you. Just make sure that you go outside and ground. And if you can't go outside and ground, take your shoes and socks off and just close your eyes and just, ground to Mother Earth and also ground up to the universe, and back down again so that you feel centered. So this one says, beyond our ordinary world, defined by our memory, our intellect, and our 5 senses, is a mystical realm of beauty, magic, and extraordinary potential. This is the spiritual realm, the quantum reality, called by some as the great mystery. This place doesn't operate under the same laws we're used to, but rather has its own way of working that is perfect, though hard for us to understand. When you want to know what is to come, the nature of things, or where you're heading, it's natural to turn to a trusted oracle and expect some kind of answer that will inform your view of how things are, might be, or should be. Sometimes this is not possible because the elements cannot be named or are not yet in place. Things may still be in flux, they're still moving into place. So you cannot know and may never be meant to know. All right, so things are constantly moving, the tide, the ebb, the flow. No matter how hard you try to understand why something happened, or how or when it will happen, now is the time to surrender to the not knowing. So that tells me, Madison, that there is a part of you that likes to be in control of what is happening around you and to you. And sometimes they want you to step out of that and understand that it's okay that you don't have to control things. Because sometimes when we control things, we inadvertently stop the process of manifesting things into our lives, of things happening quicker than what they could if we weren't in control. So Penny says, Maddie needs to ground. You don't need anyone to choose you. You are completely deserving of your dreams becoming a reality. Heart and root chakra healing can really help. Yeah. Penny says also by water, whether it's the shower, ask to clean what doesn't belong. It is, when I look at this card, the more I look at this card, the more I love this card. Like, just check her out. Check out the detail in that card. Look at the energy that's coming off her. Look at the gold energy that's emanating from her heart chakra. There's also green underneath there, but I just feel, there's a part of you who just gives and gives and gives, and you actually know more than what you tell people, and it's time to shine. They want you to shine. It's going with the flow, show you more at times. Okay, beautiful. I need to step away. Just a bit big. I picked up something around my home. I need to sage. Okay, all right. See you back here shortly, Margaret. It's beautiful. Yeah, it is beautiful. They want you to keep your ears open, Maddie. They want you to make sure that you keep your ears open, because there is something that is going to be said, and you will, if you haven't got your ears open, you won't listen to it. Now that could mean, if you're in a discussion with somebody, to not think about what it is that you're going to say next, but they want you to tune into what this person is saying, because you will miss it if you don't understand it. So just take particular care with that. All right, just listen. Do more. They're saying do a little bit more listening than what you're used to. Even though you do listen to people, they want you to listen more to what people have to say, and not worry so much about what it is that you're going to be saying when they're finished talking. My God, I didn't say anything, but when Maddie was first mentioned, my ears felt blocked. See, Amanda, this is why you need to speak. Right? You need to start saying something. I started typing and then deleted it. No, I don't want you to do that, Amanda. Right? This is not what this platform or this day is about. It's about showing your talents. All right? Don't hide them. You have to start trusting what you're getting. So, Madison. Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. All right. Okay, listening. Do you actually talk a lot to people? Do you just let me? What do you do for a work, Madison? What do you do? It's like you read people really well. They're showing me that you read people really well. and that you can see past the smoke and mirrors in people. All you have to do is look at them and you'll know whether they're lying or not. And in the spiritual community, that's part of who we are. We tend to see that more openly than what other people do. Music is going to be the big one. Sandy, let us know who you meant that for. Was that for Madison? I understand what's going on with me. I stay by myself, but like my family. Okay, Kathleen, hang on to that thought. We will get to you. At the moment, we're doing Madison, so we will get to yours. Just keep commenting if you like. But we're doing Madison at the moment. You were a bartender, but only for a short time. All of this is so accurate. I've always been that way, and I've never known why. It's a skill. It's a gift that you have, right? It is. It is. You're tapping into your spirituality. It is something that is unique to you. So they want you to start using that with people. It is a God-given. I'm not a religious person, but when I say this, I mean it. It's a God-given part of who you are, and they want you to pardon me, to start tapping into that and start using it, because you have some hidden knowledge there that people are waiting to hear. So make sure that you start talking to people. If you were a bartender, it would be pretty easy for you to pick up on people's on people's feelings, on how they feel. That is part of the life coaching that could be put into it. What you saw when you were a bartender, what you saw in people will help you understand what somebody is going through. Their words may not match their body language. This is, a talent. Sandy says, yes, music frequencies and all to do with music can help the throat chakra. Sandy, just let us know who you're talking to. Are you just put if you want to, if you're talking to Madison, can you just put Maddie as like Madison and then continue on with your sentence? That way, I can direct the chat to her. Yes, natural counselor. Yeah, absolutely, Sandy. Okay, I understand what you're saying completely, and you agree. Okay, good, good. Yes, all for Maddie. So everything that Sandy has said was for you, Maddie. I don't know why I want to keep calling you Madison. I'm not one of these people that changes. If I get introduced to you as Madison, that's what I end up calling you. But for some reason, I want to call you Maddie. So obviously, people call you Maddie, and I'm tapping into a part of Madison that 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 is kind-hearted, that is true to her nature, that wants to be seen for who she actually is. She said she's always felt like a natural counsellor. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Madison. Understand? We do not. We we do not stand under anymore. Huh? Yeah, I know what you mean by understand. Um, for the sake of the live, Penny, there not many. You may come across some people who don't understand that, so just let them know what that means. Yes, yes, yes. Anyone not understand, not stand under anyone. I understand what she is. Okay, good, good. Glad to hear it. All right, so that was for you, Madison. And as I said before, anybody who would like to put in a donation, please do. It doesn't matter how small it is going towards anti-child trafficking. Hi, Kay, how are you? All right, so I think we're going to, who would like a reading here? Madison. Stone from Maddie. You're so welcome, Madison. Love to see you back here. I usually go live on Friday nights as well, and if you wanted to put in a donation at that point, you could, and you will get my undivided attention for an in-depth reading. Um, okay, Kathleen Cardillo. Kathleen, have you subscribed to my page? You did ask way back. I just let me know. And Kay, please also follow my page before you ask for any readings as a part of the um, energy exchange. Kathleen, no, not yet. Just go through and just follow my page, all right? And then we can tap into whatever it is that needs to be given to you. Penny says, okay, Kathleen, that's fine. Just go through and follow the page first and let me know when you've done that. I'll wait for you. Penny says, we do not say understand because we do not stand under anyone. I understand, so the whole of me gets it. Yes, I understand, Penny. I can't, for some reason, it's just I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Penny. It just feels a little foreign to me to be able to use that at the moment, but I do get it. I do get completely what you're saying. Madison just absolutely loves what you're saying, Penny. Conchetta, we haven't done one for you yet either, so just let me know how long have you been reading Tarot, Caroline? Oh gosh, I've had my page since 2017, probably 2015 maybe. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 28 years, about that long. I have my own unique way of reading cards. I tap into mediumship skills as well. I do pendulum readings. I do private readings if you need to have it. Um, yeah, a lot of life coaching goes into the reading as well. There's just a whole lot that's been put together. Okay, Kathleen. I need to keep that in mind all the time. Oh, that was for Penny. Okay, so at the moment we've got Kathleen Cardillo, Karen Mamado. I got your donation, Karen. Just let me know which person you are on in the chat so that I can put your name next to it. I love the sharing here. Yes, this is something that I started about a month ago called Interactive Intuitive Tuesdays, where everybody gets to. That's you. Okay, KML. All right. Where everybody gets to use their intuition for the person that I have up on the screen. So by all means, dive into it. If you've got any messages and you feel you have a gift, use it here. That's what it's designed for, to help you through, to help you understand. Oh, thank you, Conchetta. Just one of the most amazing lives I've ever experienced. Oh, Madison, that's beautiful. Hopefully you stay tuned. Usually on Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays is evening time. It's at 7:30, and today was a 1 p.m. job, and it's usually during the day because the audience is a little different. I try and cater for both parts of the world. Okay. All right. I'll do you next, Kay. So at the moment, we are doing Kathleen. All right, so messages for Kathleen. Do we have any messages for Kathleen? Kathleen, according to my card here at the moment, card number 46, you're moving into uncharted territories. You're moving from, it's like you're closing one chapter of your life and you're opening another chapter. You're transitioning. So just let us know if this is resonating with you. There's some sort of transition happening for you. An old way of life is being let go and you're moving forward with a new part of your life. I don't know what this is, whether it's job related or personally related, like a relationship ending and just moving into, or just whether or not you are understanding more about yourself than you ever have before. Whether you have something is starting, you're going into uncharted territories. Kathleen, this card is for you. Uncharted territories. Penny says, stay on course. Things are going as they should be. And this particular card says your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that. It's safe, all right? It's familiar. You'll finally come into yourself. You have a sense that you don't need more than what is available right where you've landed in life. Now, however, is not one of those times. I'm in a relationship, but I'm now working on myself. Okay, all right. Okay, so like the archetype hero's journey, the universe is inviting you to step into uncharted waters. Mm. Something is stirring, adventure is calling. You may want to resist the urge to, because it will involve leaving your comfort zone, and that's that transition period that none of us like to, or we we don't subscribe to that. Like, it's hard to change things, and in particular when we've been used to a certain set of circumstances and we move into a new set of circumstances and that becomes our new normal. That territory of being in transition is the hardest place to be sometimes. um, they're saying that, Kathleen, that this is an essential part of your growth and that you are allowing this growth to come through. And, navigating these uncharted aspects of yourselves means that you won't have a map to use moving forward. And no one else can be there for you except yourself. So it's time to start believing in yourself. That's basically what this card is about. And they're asking you not to judge yourself, okay? They're asking you not to judge yourself while you move into these territories because you don't know what's going to come forward for you, but it's a great place to be. And he says, which I said that to you before, go with the flow. Don't worry about any small stuff. The beauty of the unknown can be magical. Sandy says, you are giving a lot of your energy to past hurts and reliving the pain over and over. It's time to free yourself. So again, what Sandy is saying, that transition that you're going through at the moment, it's time to free yourself. That is where you are. And just keep moving forward with it. Okay? Kathleen, keep moving forward with that. I lost that belief in myself and I'm getting back. Good, good. We need more spiritual workers. We need more people that believe in themselves. And that's just not in the 3D world, Kathleen. I'm just being told that this is to do with getting to know who you are as a person and therefore your spiritual aspect of yourself, and that you can use your egoic sense of self and your heart-centered self and work with the two of them together. Okay, it's new perspective. It's uncharted territories for you. You lost yourself before, and now you will start finding yourself again. Angel Gabrielle is so Amanda says to you, Kathleen, it's lovely as the card you see that you are safe whether you go because the light is a part of the vessel. Yes, it is. It is absolutely, Amanda. The light is a part of the vessel, and it's moving towards the light as well. All right. Sandy says to you, Archangel Gabriel is stepping forward to assist with healing and forgiveness. Kathleen. Kathleen says, I have lost the belief, which you said before. Sandy says, the heart chakra affirmations can help you so much. Yes, the affirmations, when we do affirmations, we have to remember that an affirmation is a belief, right? So when you say the affirmation, there is a need to believe it, right? There's no point in saying an affirmation if you don't believe it. And sometimes, when somebody says to you, fake it until you make it, right? Use that for yourself when you do an affirmation, because your brain will start believing it. Penny, don't expect it. Penny says to you, Kathleen, she's saying, don't expect to just have fun with it. Sorry, don't expect, just be and have fun with it. Kathleen says, Sandy is absolutely right. Kathleen, I have a lot of trauma happen and now I'm dealing with it. Yeah, you are. You are. And you're moving through it. Just remember, allow yourself to grieve that process. We've been doing a lot of that in the last couple of weeks. Everybody seems to be moving through a lot of grieving, personal grieving, and that is okay. That is where we're supposed to be in order to understand and move forward with what is coming next. I have some guidance. Yes, you can, Natasha. Just make sure that you've liked my page or followed my page, please. I've got somebody, I'm doing K next, who has put in a donation. So, Kathleen, that was for you. Uncharted territories for you. Okay, so we have Kay. Would you like to put yourself up on in the chat there and just tell us that you're here? I have helped a lot of people. I was a nurse for 26 years, so now it's my turn. Absolutely, Kathleen. Yes, 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 yes. My daughter is a nurse, and she is doing that as well. I totally get where you're coming from. The earth is grieving as well, and we are moving this energy. Yeah, we are. Okay, so Kay, would you like to be called Karen or Kay, as in Kae? Just let us know. Kay is fine. Okay. Kay, what are you looking for? You're a searching soul. You're looking for something outside of yourself. You're looking for something and you can't quite put your finger on it. Any intuitive messages are welcome here for Kay. She's put in a donation, so your donation, by the way, Kay, will go to anti-child trafficking. So thank you for that. I'm starting a new job. Okay, you're starting a new job tomorrow. So you have some anxiety going on. You also have a mixture of excitement as well. It's like I can't pick out which one it is. Big career changes on the horizon. Yes, Sandy, and she's just said that. Kay is searching. I don't feel whole. Hmm. Starting a new job tomorrow. Yep. So Sandy, you're right. She has got a job change tomorrow. So you're spot on with what you were saying. Um, the anger. You're going to be in awe, basically, Kay, with the new job that you've got, because it will feel like you're. They're telling me it will feel like you're with your soul family. They're saying to me that you will fit right into this new job. Um, what Penny means is that you're a searching soul. There's something not like you're. When I said before, you're searching for something outside of yourself. What you are looking for is within yourself. So let's just say, for argument's sake, and I'm not saying this is you, but let's just say, for argument's sake, you're looking for a relationship. You want a relationship because you miss being loved. The aspect of that particular want or need is the idea that you can love yourself first, so that then somebody can come in and love you just as much as you love yourself. Does that make sense to you, Kay? So don't take it as a bad thing, because we all go through that, Kay. We all understand that there are things in our life that feel fulfilling for a little while, but we first of all look within to find that, right? And you are at that point where you're searching. So that tells me that you will find this, but you'll find it within first. And they're also saying to me that there's somebody that's coming in for you. I don't know whether you're in a relationship, but there is a person that's going to come in and help you find this within yourself. It's like you'll have one of these aha moments with that person. Go, oh my God, was it seriously that easy? And they'll tell you something about yourself that you will understand, and then you will be able to move forward with that. Yes, Penny, that's better. It's deeper within. You feel like you missed something you already have. Yes, it's just hidden. So Sandy is saying to you, Kay, going on a spiritual retreat or trip, coming up, yoga or other movement practices becoming more significant. So that was for you, Kay, as well. Can you put the person who we're speaking to at the start of your sentence, so that I can put it up on the screen, just in case there are people that are chatting in the chat, and it's not meant for the person that's up on the screen. Okay, so your job, it's gonna you're gonna like your job. Just hang on a minute, please, guys. That's okay, Sandy. Hi, Courtney. How are you? Okay, so Kay, I've got okay, people. Read this card for Kay. It's a star card. Read that card for Kay. It's time to step into your gifts, people. Read this card for Kay. Tell me what you see in this card, and give her the message. I felt this job is what I'm looking for. Yeah. See, you're looking and you've already found it. It is the job that you're meant to go into. Remember that, Kay? Greta, 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 good evening, everyone. Great. I think that's meant to be great. And Kay says the people and culture. Yep. And Penny says, Kay, first you need to believe in what you feel and hear. It is the little things that are trying to show you your gifts. Courtney says, fill the cup, but don't forget about yourself. This is through that card for you. This is for you, Kay. Sandy says, Kay, stay optimistic. The more you do what you love, the more that will open up. Absolutely, Sandy. Courtney says, don't pour too much out of that. You don't have any for you. Okay. Good on you, Sandy. Good on you. So, having had the star card up first, we then have the Two of Cups. So, try and use these two cards together and tell me what you see from this. What does this card mean in relationship to that card? Okay, Natasha says, Kay, moving cities or to another country. Conchetta says, stay positive. Now, this was the first card that was drawn, and this was the second card that was drawn. You can use it either way. To me, that tells me that you have everything that you could possibly want moving forward, but there are still parts of your old self that you're holding on to that need to be let go of to make room for the new. Courtney says, emptying out and seeking new adventure. Amanda says, I see this card saying to Kay, you have abundance of what you will give. You're pouring water, yet you are standing in a river. Look at that. Sandy says, something you love coming for you, stay hopeful. Yes, absolutely. And, through this card here, looking forward, looking out. Sorry, I can't do that upside down. Looking forward out here. The cat usually represents, your intuitive abilities. And the other one is the world here. So you're looking forward, you're moving forward and knowing that you've got something coming your way. And there's lots of water. And what does water represent, Courtney? Conchetta says you've got a new start coming. Okay. All right. You're going to get a lot of support through your new job for yourself. Okay, you're going to have a lot of support. Um, what we conducts energy. I don't know what that means, Courtney. Emotions. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yes, it is emotions. Water conducts. Yes. Boat, maybe K. A boat, maybe. Sometimes this star card can be represented like she's dipping her toes into feelings that are uncharted. And she's pouring as much as she possibly can into this. Like she's got one foot in and one foot out of that. You see that? All right, and she's got some of the water's being poured out onto land and some is being poured out into the water. So it could be just, striking up a balance between what it is that she's moving forward into, knowing that when she puts her emotions into it, she will actually prosper from it. One foot on land and one foot in the water. Absolutely. Yes. I'm back. House thatched. Okay. One foot here and the other foot in the spiritual realm. Yes. Also, very good, Courtney. And what does this card then represent, people? After she's gone through that and Kay has gone through this, and now she's got this particular card. And what do cups represent? The fruits of her labor. Look where she is. Look at everything on the table here. Abundance. Yes, Penny, abundance. Reaping exactly, Conchetta, reaping the rewards of the fruits. Abundance. Sandy says, Kay, yet she remains on both feet. Things will turn out just fine. And Courtney says, I felt that before you pulled up that card. You will have everything you need. She will. Kay, how are you going with all of this? Thank you all. I'm teary-eyed. This is wonderful that you're teary-eyed. You've got a lot of support from your spiritual team as well. And it's like don't they're just saying enjoy that feeling that you've got at the moment, because part of it is excitement and the other part is anxiety, and that is all normal for you to go through when you start a new job. Of course it is. They're saying of course, of course, of course. Um, You'll be fine. You will actually love where you're going. I can feel the energy. I'm crying now. See you later, Brooke. Bye. Hi and bye. It is fun, Courtney. It's deliberately put in place for people to use their gifts, right? Their talents. It's for you to learn to trust your intuition, to trust the gift, to trust the messages that you've got for the person that we're reading for. Um, Kay says, I feel all that I worked for is finally coming together. Yes. And you'll keep working towards that, and you will only become a better version of yourself through all of that. This new job is going to help you spiritually, it's going to help you physically, it's going to help you mentally. Everything will kind of come into balance, and you'll get a greater understanding of who you are. Okay. So when we said before that you've got this anxiety, this excitement, this uh, wanderer, this person who is searching for something, um, you've found yourself. So just keep working with that, because that is what you're designed to do. You're designed to work with yourself to find out who it is that you are, and that in itself strengthens your personal boundaries. I don't know if you're in a relationship with anybody, Kay, but if you are not, it will help strengthen the boundaries, and the universe will see those boundaries and they will introduce somebody into your life that is more on your frequency. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Sandy says, oh, I haven't actually seen it like that, Sandy. Usually the Nine Cups is a male. Oh, I love how it's female in the deck. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, yes. I guess because they're identifying, the feminine part of the energies with emotions. Kay, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Why do I get the feeling that you have a question that you would like to ask and are unsure how to ask it? Love Australia Tuesday, psychic intuitive vibes. Yes, it is good. It is good, Penny. You get a chance to participate and sit back as well. All right, you get a chance to do it all. Interactive Intuitive Tuesdays. Hopefully, we can continue this. It is a part of my effort to donate to anti-child trafficking. So when you get a reading from me, or in today's case from the people who are in the chat, you are actually paying it forward to a child who can't get themselves out of a situation that they just do not belong in. Kay says, I just want to ask about my mum's health. I feel really heavy in the chest, Kay, with your mother. So just let me know if this is resonating. I just feel like I'm a bit of a heavyweight. I feel like I can't move around as much as what I want to. I just feel like there's something not right. Obviously, Caroline, they're saying to me, obviously not right within her health. There's some sort of change that needs to happen before things will get better for her, Kay. She's undergoing treatment in France. Not sure who you're talking to, Natasha. Okay, she's undergoing treatment in France. What's going on with her leg, Natasha? Okay, Amanda, have a great day. And don't forget, keep smiling. Honor the light within, Amanda. Honor your light. Honor your beingness. Okay, Kay. Kay, what's going on with your mother's legs? I just feel like I just feel like a bit of a heavy weight at the moment. I feel like I can't drain my my lymphatic system. I feel like I'm puffed up. I feel like I'm restricted. Oh, okay, all right. I was going through treatment in France. Kay, I get the sun card for your mother. Right, I get this card. So that basically tells me that she will get through this, and she will have a new normal, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how she looks at it. But the Sun card is usually, yes, we are going to pull through this, and there will be, it's almost like I see her sitting in gratitude when this is ended, when this is finished, because she obviously, Caroline, again, really, guys, she is not liking what she's going through at the moment. She doesn't understand why this happened to her. Yeah, I guess when you go through cancer, Sandy, when you go through those type of things, it's really hard to be positive. That mindset is really hard to shift. Um, and again, we have to be careful about how we give our messages across to other people. But they are absolutely, you are right. They're weighing her down. Courtney Lopez says, Kay, not always, but a lot of stuff is being mental game minds. Sometimes keep her in well spirits. Sometimes doctors and all that can be a drain on her. Absolutely, Courtney. Sandy says if she can do things with art or working with vibrant colours, the things that she loved that she stopped doing, yes, that's a really good way to be able to move forward with her, Sandy. That's giving her constructive things to do while she's moving through this. It's very good. Penny says, Kay, you need to heart to heart speak to her. Don't let any time pass because every moment is special. And Kay, I think from Penny's perspective, she understands what you're going through because she went through this a year ago to the hour today with her own mother. So she is very respectful of the time that is left with a parent or somebody that you love. So have that heart to heart and just make sure it is that, that you are very clear, that you are very loving towards her and that, you just let her know that she's there, that you're there. Sound healing has been to kill cancer cells. Yes, I get that. That has been something that I've gone into as well, Courtney. That's very good. This was a recent topic on podcast. Yep, yep. Smash them up. That's what I say. Smash them to bits. Natasha says the sun makes me think of the caves and the rainbow. I will look into sound healing. And that's something that she can do for herself as well. When you go through that sound healing, if she moves into that sound herself, just by speaking it, her body will vibrate at the same level. Sandy says, I totally agree, Courtney. Music has been a major healing modality for me. Yep, yep, absolutely. I love caves. Oh, so do I, Josephine. I love caves too. Love it. Caves and waterfalls. Penny says, time seems like it's always going to be, yet time is quicker than we think. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's funny, isn't it, how time affects us? I mean, we all sit here and say there is no such thing as time. We are in a linear world here on Earth, and most things are spoken in as time. But when you go a little bit deeper, you actually understand that just because that second has passed doesn't mean that it still doesn't exist. It's just that we have, we've made our days and our years. It's 24/7. We've got 12 months in a year, and each one of those years, the world turns a full circle. All of this type of thing, but to a spiritual person, there is no such thing as time. So time is present all the time. I'm so glad that you're feeling calm. You're going to walk into this job, and, it's just going to just own the place. Just walk in as if you own it. Stand in your power because you've got this. And yes, the people that you're going to be working with will respond very, very positively to having you there. You just have this aura about you where you're inclusive of other people. Hi, Mary Lynn. How are you? You're welcome, Kay. What I want to thank you is for putting through your donation for today. You are helping somebody that is less fortunate, that has been put in a horrendous situation of being trafficked as a child. And all donations that are received, all of them, any live that I do, go towards anti-child trafficking. So you're paying it forward for not only this reading, but you're paying it forward to help a child. Okay, Sandy, see you on Friday. It won't be intuitive on Friday, but you're more than welcome to come in on Friday and say hello and get a reading done if you'd like, for a donation. Just come in. Good, thanks, and you. I'm fine, thank you, Mary Lynn. I'm really good. Wow, amazing. Yeah. Kay, just let us know how you're going with the job. I don't get a lot of feedback from people when I ask for it, and I think that's because people believe that they don't want to worry, or they don't want to reach out when we're so busy. That's not the case at all. I love feedback. I love hearing about how people are going. Just remember, when you do give me that feedback, or you do let us know how you go, that you explain what it is that you're giving me information on, because I won't remember the readings that I've given to you. Okay, so who's up next? Yes, please do. Please do, Kay. They're all excited for you. My guides are just kind of jumping up and down, throwing streamers around at the moment. So that's got to be a good thing. They're really happy for you that you've moved into this, that you actually took control and you moved into this. They're saying that was a massive leap of faith for you, a massive leap of trust for you to be able to do what you did. So whatever you did, well done, they're saying. Okay. Now we've got some people in the background there who would like a reading. Well, you can be. I haven't got any names written down, Natasha, so absolutely. Natasha Jane. Okay, people. Natasha Jane. Is it no, no, Courtney. It's by any donation is gratefully accepted, Courtney. All right. If you send a donation, you will get priority. You will be the first person to be read after I finish. Whoever is next, but you will get a reading from everybody. But please, if you want to pop in a donation, any amount is okay. Now, Natasha, what something is holding you back? Something it's like you've got blinders on. It's like I can't. You're not looking outside of the normal field of vision. Somebody or something is trying to get your attention. They're wanting you to do something or move outside your comfort zone. And there's a part of you that can't do this because of the trust issue. It's something that um, okay. Uh, what is it that you are finding difficult to come to terms with? Yes, Josh Brenner, thank you so much for that. Um, Margaret, did you put through a donation, Margaret? Did I see something come through for that? Thank you, Margaret. I will transfer it over to the anti-child trafficking one. I've got two. Um, I feel like my life has become like my mother's life. Okay, all right. So there's the fact, Natasha, that you have actually mentioned that it feels like your mother's life tells me that you are more aware now of this. So what it is that you can do is you can deconstruct this, all right? Figure out what it is that is worrying you about what it is that you don't like that your mother lived through or went through that you can now do better for her. Right, all of your ancestors are watching over you. They're all what you're doing now is working through what probably a lot of your ancestors have gone through already, and it's a repeating cycle. What you're doing now is just attempting to stop that cycle from repeating again. Right? So this is your power, Natasha. Work with it, because even if you feel like it's your mother's life, what is it that you want to work with that you didn't like or felt that was not necessary in her life that you can do better? Because there's nothing more than a mother wants for a child is for her to do better than what she did herself. Does this make sense to you, Natasha? They're also telling me that you need to stand your ground. So I have two cards here. So people, um, Kate, you will. Kay. Kay says, thank you for all the support. Blessed be to all of you to do home chores. Okay. All right. Love and light to you, Kay. Thank you so much for coming in and thank you for your donation. Um, so, Natasha, Penny is saying you're not your mother because you see her mistakes. Yes, it does. Okay, so people, I want you to read these two cards. This was the first card that I got, this one here, which tells me that there's something that she's dealing with that she finds difficult to step away from. And this card here, I want you to read the cards for yourself and I want you to give her a message. And can you please pop her name at the beginning of the sentence so that I can tell her that's for her. You're stuck at a crossroads. Yeah. And you are. But you're there for a reason. Remember, Natasha, when you're saying you're stuck at a crossroads, you're not actually stuck. That's exactly where you need to be. Okay? You need to be at these crossroads in order to decide something, in order to stand up for something. Step into your power. Mm. Courtney says, look around and pay attention to things. So, what is it that you can tap into, Natasha? What is it that you can tap into to do things better than what you believed your mother did? What can you change? Courtney says sometimes to be still is all you need. It's hard in today's world. It absolutely is hard, Courtney. Margaret says, Natasha, you need to keep a lookout for signs. There are messages in it. Natasha, I feel separate from the sheep. I can't unsee what I saw. You are separate from the sheep. Do you know? This is what makes you so important. You are separate from the sheep because you see this. And no, you can't unsee what you saw. What is it that you could do about this? How is it that you can help yourself, or how is it that you can help people moving forward with the information that you've been given, or the information that you can't unsee? How can you move forward with that? How can you change your families or your ancestors' uh, pain, their emotional stress? How can you undo this moving forward? How can you change this? H, whoever H is, says there could also be feminine energy that holds agency in her life. This might influence the way she perceives, communicates, and takes action. Absolutely. Yep. And it's okay to change that up. Penny says, Natasha, take time for what is to come. Hi, Annette, how are you? H says, feels like a sisterly energy. Renee, hello, Renee, how are you? Please read the bio. You'll find out what's going on here. Natasha says, the wings in the card remind me of my fur baby that passed. The wings in the card. Which wings? Are you talking about this teeny weeny little one here? Which wings are we talking about? Hi, Tina. Hi, Helen. Penny says, Natasha, some of the wisest people stray from the flock because we are made to be different from most. Yes, Penny, absolutely. We are made to be different. We are the questioning souls. We are the souls that will allow the ancestors to be freed from things that are no longer serving anyone. Margaret says, Natasha, open your heart to yourself, invest in your self love, and be kind to yourself. Set boundaries by saying no to those things that don't appreciate to those that don't appreciate your beauty. And this is where this card steps in. Margaret's reading this card as well. All right, so step out of this into this. Hello, H. What is H's name? No, in the clouds. Oh, Oh, okay. Oh, I've never noticed that before. Isn't that wonderful? Just went by. No one around. That's really nice. Yeah, Simone, we've got a few people going live today. So, choose a time where perhaps anybody else isn't on. Hector. Hector. H for Hector. Hello, Hector. Hopefully you've subscribed to my YouTube page. Um, okay, and it says you told me to get to shed of toxic people. I did, and oh, excellent, Annette, wonderful. Uh, looks like Thor's wings. This is wonderful. Good on you for seeing that, Natasha. So, this card here. See if people can read this particular card. I've been subscribed. I've been a subscriber for some time now. Just somehow miss your lives. That's okay, Hector. What you could do is you could also follow my Facebook page. That way you'll get 2 notifications. You have such wisdom, Natasha. Right? You've got a lot of wisdom there, and they want you to start using it. The wisdom of the owl. This is what has happened. This is what I'm seeing as has happened in your life. Where you feel that people have backstabbed you and that you've gone through a lot in your life. And as you said before, you have seen something that you can't unsee, and this has caused things to feel this way to you. Right? You are up here. You can see what's happening here, right? They want you to use the information that you've got moving forward to enable for you to move all of those unwanted emotions, all of those things that your family, the ancestors uh, don't want in their lineage anymore. I'm really drawn to the owl. Yeah, so I noticed the bird. You notice, yes, yes, absolutely. She's the wise old owl, the wise old soul. What is behind me? Is that a question or is that something that you noticed? That is behind you, yes, that is behind you. But use this knowledge, right? Moving forward, use it, use it. Look what you can create. And Hector says, don't allow yourself to hide in the shadows. You are strong as the tree behind the sword. Yes, it has strong branches. It's a strong tree. Um, it doesn't show that it's got any leaves on it. It shows basically that, that it feels a little bit barren. It feels like it's isolating. It feels like you're alone, but you are wise enough to be able to see what is happening here. What I noticed, yeah. And Margaret says, Natasha, a whole lot have backstabbed you and held you down, and you need to go deep within. There's hidden wisdom, hidden yet to be discovered. You can open this up by removing a lot of the burdens. Yep. And that's what we call shadow work, Natasha. You can go into that shadow work. You can use your shadow to help guide you as well. Doesn't mean that it's a bad thing in life. A lot of people mistake your shadow side or your shadow energy for uh, um, somewhere that they shouldn't be, but it always helps you through life. It's like your egoic self. Use it to your advantage. Work with those things that have upset your balance in life. Work with the things that um, that trigger you, so to speak, Natasha. You know, those triggers are, when you find those triggers, when you go deep enough, you'll actually understand what it is that you're working with. And just in the, sometimes just the understanding that you can see it and you can feel it is enough to move you past that, because the emotions then tend to get less and less and less, and the triggers get less and less and less. And that means that you're moving on, because you've separated the emotion from the trigger. I just read that one out. Natasha said, I agree there is a lot of shadow work. And Hector saying, I also feel like because of this hurt, there might be a path that is available, a path that is available to you. Not, you might not see it at the moment. An owl can turn his head all the way around, but this one is fixated on pain. Yes, yes. So I'll just let you have a look at this card again so that you can see this, Natasha. And, you know, bearing in mind that the card is a still picture, we can't actually make the owl move around with its head, but this is the way Hector is seeing that. This is, you know, something that you're fixated on at the moment, the pain of the past, but work with that moving forward. Okay, so that was for you, Natasha. Hopefully that has helped you through. So we've got Margaret who has donated for a reading. So would anybody like to put in, before I draw any cards, would anybody like to give any intuitive messages to Margaret? And thank you so much for your donation, Margaret. Also known as Maggie's Reading. This is who she is. Maggie's readings. Maggie, Margaret, can you just pop your name up there again for me? I was only thinking about that, the owl's head before. Isn't it amazing how much we are in sync with each other? Okay, where are you, Margaret? Hit me with your best shot. Hit me, hit me, hit me with your best shot. Okay, so I'm going to put a card up on the screen because nobody has popped in any messages for Margaret at the moment, also known as Maggie, but I always call her Margaret. I don't know why. Maybe that's how I met Margaret to start with. But Margaret, I want to say that there's something that you're holding on to that you're not letting go of. There's a part of you that just refuses to leave, that refuses to be let go of. And I get that, because there are parts of myself that just will not move. I work with it and feel that I've let go of it, and then it'll come back. I've worked with it, and then I'm going to let it go again. Work with it, let it go, and it just keeps coming back and keeps coming back. So, you know, that emotion, that trauma of whatever it is that you're holding on to, is going to be a little bit more difficult to work through than one that you ordinarily work through and seem to be able to move through more easily. But this is the card I'm picking this up from, the Four of Pentacles. You see how he's sitting on that step there, and he's got this underneath that foot, that underneath that one, and he's holding on for dear life, this other pentacle. And just because it's pentacles doesn't mean that that's what it's about. It could be to do with finances, but I'm picking up that there is something that needs to be let go of. You're so welcome, Natasha. Penny says, Margaret, honey, a time to release so the abundance can truly start flowing. I just feel like in this particular card as well that there is a need to protect something, Margaret. It feels like, oh, okay. Thank you, Hector. I'll put you down as well. Margaret, that there is you're protecting something, like really protecting your sunshine here at the back here. It feels like you're ready to go. Anything that upsets your space, anything that is not of higher service to you. Danielle, please go through and follow my page first. And if you have any gifts of your own, you're more than welcome to give a message to anybody that I have up on my screen at the moment. This is about interactive intuitive Tuesdays here today, where you get to practice your gifts. Margaret says, that's my ex that won't let me go. He's holding on for some reason. Okay, all right, now I understand what the cards are trying to tell me. Okay, so they're asking you through the third card, and please, people, read into these cards. They're asking you to put something into place to stop this from happening. And I know you want to move, Margaret, and I know it's not possible for you to do that at the moment. You just have to keep calling it in, because it will happen. But they're asking you to put something into place to stop this harassment, to stop this person from doing what he is doing to you. Hector says, protecting your home from negative energy, people. Maybe you have been holding back energy from someone. And that is so very true, Hector. As she's just explained, it's her ex. And he keeps holding on for some reason, thinking that he's going to be able to get back with her or stay in her life. I think he's a narcissistic prick. I don't know who he is, but he's making the heckles on the back of my neck stand up, and I don't like that. So if I'm feeling that way, Margaret, I can only imagine the way you're feeling. Penny says, spirits are always so close because you need protecting and guiding to your future being. Look at this hawk up here, all right? Be at the top of your game. Be at the top of your game, Margaret. I just get this. I've got the High Priest in front of me, and sometimes that card tells me that you have the keys to unlock whatever it is that is going on around you. Even though you feel like you can't do anything, there is something that you can do. For argument's sake, let's say that he keeps coming back into your life and won't let you go. You can let him go in your mind, and I think you're already doing that. And he keeps coming back deliberately. He is one of those triggers in your life, Margaret, to make you a stronger person and to make you have or allow you to believe in yourself more fully and completely. He is one of those triggers in your life. And I don't think he's quite finished yet, but you have the keys here through the High Priest, the keys to to fix this. As above, so below. Or they could even signify some sort of paperwork or agreements that need to be put into place to make this work. Penny spirits, yes, I got that one. And Hector says, have you considered moving to a new location? She has, Hector, but she's in the situation at the moment where she can't, and she is waiting. So kind of in a holding pattern, so to speak. Where are you, Margaret? He's creating a rod for his own back by doing this. He's creating issues for himself that he's not even aware of yet. He's creating terrible karma for himself by doing what he's doing. And I know you know all of this already, Margaret. It's like you've been caught in his web. And no matter what you put into place, he manages to find a way around it. I just see it snowballing. I mean, the snowball is him. Like it started out really small and it got bigger and bigger because the hill, he's rolled it down the hill and it's just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And you've watched the ball roll down the hill and it feels like there's nothing that you can do about it, but they're asking you to put something into place to slow his efforts down, is what they're saying. Ah, okay. Waiting for second lot of divorce to come through by the waiting for the second lot of divorce to come through. You mean the decree nisi, Margaret? By the sheriff. Okay. Okay. Not quite sure what that means, but you know, good. That must be in relationship to this particular card then. There's some sort of documents that will be signed or served in your particular case. Now, on another level, people, have a read of this card. I want you to read this card and tell me what you see for Margaret here in this card. Not talking about her ex, we are talking about something different. My guides have asked me to change the direction of this reading. So, what is it that you see in this particular card that you can give to Margaret? It's the Eight of Pentacles, but I don't want you to read that. I want you to look at the card and I want you to intuitively find a message in that card for her. I'll give my interpretation in a minute. It's hard to keep my arm up. So Hector is saying your guides are around you with the answers. Connect. Go inward. Penny says choices. She has choices to make. 3 attachments and free, 4 free row flow. 4 are free row flow. I'm not quite sure what that means. Um, to flow. 4 are free to flow. So choices. She has choices to make. 3 has attachments and 4 are free to flow. Oh, that's very interesting, Penny. Very interesting. So Margaret says, been waiting since the 26th of January this year, but I just want it over so I can fully move on. That while I told to get the sheriff to bring them, so he doesn't know my address. Okay, all right. So he doesn't know where you live, right? Maybe, Margaret? He doesn't know where you live. This is a good thing. It's taking an awfully long time. And, okay, to flow. Hi, Sarah. How are you? And Sarah is Margaret's daughter. I get Mum is needing to sit down with the journal and start writing. She's got it all up here. But yes, journaling these sorts of things that are going on always helps. I've got a whole drawer full of journaling that I need to go back through and burn because for some reason my guys are saying to me, "You've got all of this stuff in your drawers, and it's time to let them go." So all of that journaling that I did many, many years ago, it's time to release it now. And I can't quite help myself. I can't quite open that drawer yet, but I will be. It's been waiting since 2000. Wow, 2018. That's incredible, Margaret. So this particular card, my lean on this particular card is that you have new gifts. You have something coming into being that you are going to be able to integrate into your current gifts, your current style of reading. Things are changing up. You are getting downloads again. And then you'll have a new understanding of something, and it will just be like one of those aha moments. It will just come to you, and you'll think, shit, wow, okay, did I just do that? And it will just happen. Penny says three attachments may just be how long to go with the X and 4 row. Find better to come. Okay, we got some mess ups with the word autocorrect row 2, I think, and 4 to find better to come. Maybe I'm not quite sure. Hello, Akshita. How are you? Hi, Jem. So, Margaret, do you have any? Is what's going on with you? I just pick up that you know there are lots of changes happening within you, and it's almost like you're being, and you know when these downloads are coming in. You don't know what they are sometimes, but you know when they come in because you get this feeling inside your body, and that tells you that you're getting upgrades, that you're getting, you know, your frequency is raising, your frequency is rising. Um, okay, so they're asking you to go into a meditation because you've got a new guide coming in. I don't know what that means to you, whether or not you've already done that, or whether that's something that you could do, something about a new guide. The other thing too, Margaret, what I'm picking up for you is they're saying that there is a small part of you that feels like they need to protect um, you, that you feel the need to defend yourself in certain situations. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about spiritually. To talking about mentally. Um, I get you looking at this particular person who is talking to you, and they just keep barking at you, like they just keep talking and talking and talking, and they won't be quiet. And it's like you have this look on your face, like you want to say something, and you really want to say something because there's a part of you that's saying, "I'm gonna fucking say something if you don't shut up." um, but they're asking you to not do that because it's going to inflame the situation. So just look at them, go, really? It's not the way I know it. It's not the way I do things anymore. Margaret says, I'm healing. My healing abilities have become stronger. I feel it's coming from my higher self. Now I noticed last night and when I did a collective healing. Okay. and you will feel that, right? You just, the feeling is different. As a healer, I know this, right? It does, it feels different. You go into that, you go into that space where, and I was just talking about it this morning to somebody else, that you go into that space of feeling like you're in a lighter body, feeling like sometimes you're not even in that body, and you're going through your healing modality, and you do whatever you need to do to get the healing through to somebody, and it just feels like you're out of your body doing what you're meant to do. Angels are here listening. Yep, absolutely, Penny, they are here. It's 3 6. Um, Margaret, yes, I felt like I was floating and my hands went really red. Yeah, they want you to, pick up this. Okay, so I don't know why they're asking you to do this, Margaret, but tell me if you've already started doing it. They want you to recognise, and it may only start out small, but they want you to recognise the heat within your hands, between your hands, and they want you to keep playing with that energy until that it becomes bigger and bigger. They want you to play with that ball of energy that you've got, because this energy is what is going to shift into the person that you're healing or helping heal. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Nice to see you here, and congratulations, by the way. Reiki. Yes, it could be Reiki. It's a form of Reiki, but not necessarily so. I have studied Reiki. I have my level 2 in Reiki, but I chose to veer off onto a certain path, onto a different path. Um, okay, Margaret, is that making sense to you about the energy? Because, I just, they're saying that you're going to upgrade, your frequency is changing with your healing. And I think you said that before. So the upgrades are coming through, but now they're asking you to play with the energy. It's will, it's will be beyond Reiki. Yeah, yes, it is. Reiki is, to me, Reiki is restrictive to me, right? Um, but I did use it as a basis many years ago, and it did help a lot of people back then. It's just that I've changed the form of healing that I do now to suit my style more. So I kind of bounced off it into something different. But hopefully, Margaret, that has made sense to you. Margaret says, yes, I have. And I'm now doing it like the card picture of the goddess of the moon, but it's all healing light. Yeah. It's like I see you playing with this energy. I see you just sitting there playing with this energy, and they're showing me, to play with the energy that you've got between your hands and feel it, not just know it, but feel it, because it's real. I mean, all of us are made up of energy. We are energy. We are in a human form. We are in a body, but we are energy first, primarily, right? Without that, we would not be. Play with the energy, they're saying, play with the energy. They're asking you to, okay, all right. So there are two things happening here, plants and animals. Perhaps they're asking you to start with plants. They want you to move into, to play with this energy they're talking about, to play with plants, all right? And start with a plant that is sick, and foster it, work with the energy of it, touch the plant, feel the plant, talk to the plant, use your healing hands with the plant in order to help it through whatever it is that it is diseased with. And then they're telling me also about animals. They're saying that you kind of like you're an animal whisperer. You can talk to animals. It's something that is you just you look at them and it's like you identify with them immediately. Okay, it all resonated. Everyone, thank you so much. Love you. Same with the animals. A lot of dogs just come up to me for a pet. Oh, because they know that you identify with them. They know that you read their energy, that you feel their energy. The next part of that particular thing is giving responses to that animal and telling them on a level that doesn't need to be spoken about, that you will pass on a message for them. If they've got any messages for their owners, that you can pass these messages on. So work with that. I know you don't get any responses or you don't get any real feedback from animals other than their tail wagging or them ushering in some type of body movement, um, but they're asking you to, if you can, tap into that energy because this is something that you would be good at. They're saying it's beautiful and is strong. You will find a place to do the work you are asked to, and it will be financially helpful. Hi, Chandra. How are you? Okay. So, Margaret, that is a lot to think about, I think. Um, Hopefully, this has resonated with you, and thank you so much for your donation, by the way. Margaret, it is appreciated, and it has come from a place that I'm very grateful for. So, thank you. So, we've got Hector up next, who is on YouTube, so he can't see. Hector, are you able to come into Facebook because you might not be able to see all the comments that are coming through? Just let me know, Hector, if you can see other people's comments. I'm really good, Chandra. I'm really good. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm good. A lot of people going live this week, Chandra, I noticed. It's like everybody's getting out there and giving readings to people, and I love it. But we're kind of all on at the same time. I will do a lot of healing when I reopen my charity, when I finally. Yes, yes. Good on you, Margaret. Okay. Hector, Hector, Mr. Hector, calling you to the front counter. Everything resonates. Thank you, everyone. So much love. It's good, isn't it, Margaret, getting everybody's perspective? Does anybody have a unique message that they would like to give to Margaret before we go? Now, Hector, can you tell me, can you see everybody else's comments? Just let me know because I know you're on YouTube at the moment. And Penny says, Margaret, she sees Maggie's readings. I see a little shop of sorts. And that could be her healing. But she was talking about this one before. She will reopen her charity and she will finally start moving, which is a lot to do with healing with that. Reopen her charity. Just the ones on YouTube, but I can see them when you. Okay, all right. So I'll make sure that I put them up on screen. So people, can you just put H or Hector in front of your comments so that he knows that it's for him? Hector, why are they giving you the words rev head? Either you're a rev head or you've got somebody around you that is really, really keen on cars. I don't know why they're showing me this, but something to do with cars, and they keep saying rev head, rev head, rev head. What does that mean? Tell me what that means. That was just one of those random things that came to me. So if anybody has a random message for Hector, please follow my lead and just say what comes to you. That's what this is all about. Practice your gifts. Not sure. Okay. Are you going on a trip somewhere in a car? Are you taking a road trip somewhere? Hi, Miranda. How are you? Rev head. They keep saying rev head. Like they're putting the foot on and okay, all right. So the foot is on and off the accelerator. You speed up and then all of a sudden you crash. You slow right down. You speed up, you crash. You slow right down. Is this something? Are you kind of this person that has opposing like you're either high or you're low, but there's no in between for you? My energy fluctuates. Okay. Um, Penny says, Hector, stop jumping into things that are not yours to jump into. That's very possible, Penny. That could be taken that way, yes. And Hector says, my energy fluctuates. Yep. Okay. All right. So there's no in between for you at the moment, Hector. So they're asking you to find that balance within yourself to help you through situations. The highs and the lows, they feel extreme. They feel it almost feels like what is that term that they've got for that medical condition where you go from a high to a low really quickly. I can't get the words out of my mouth, probably because they don't want me to categorize you, but that's what it feels like. It feels like there's no in between, and what they're wanting you to do, if you can, is to find a balance between the two. It doesn't serve you to be really high and it doesn't serve you to be really low. They want you to find that middle ground. Bipolar, yes. I feel like you get involved in things you don't need to be involved in. Um, yeah, get taken off course a little bit, perhaps, Hector. Penny is saying she feels that you get involved in things that you don't need to be involved in. So just give her a bit of feedback, Hector, to find out whether or not this is resonating with you. You give well. They're telling me that you give a lot of your energy to people who don't deserve it, Hector. Yes, I tend to be very impulsive. Yep. So there you go, Penny. That was for you. He is impulsive. Perhaps it's one of those things in your life that you could learn to harness. Being impulsive is no, no, being impulsive is not a bad thing because it means that you're in the moment, and we all strive to be in the moment of things. Learning how to only give my energy to things that matter. Yep, yep. And that's what I was saying before. You're being, and Penny said the same thing. Getting involved in things that you don't need to be involved in. And what I'm picking up through that is that you're giving energy, or you're giving yourself to things that don't deserve it. Where are we? Penny says, you need to ask yourself before you speak, is this even worth my energy or time? So that impulsivity that you have, ask yourself before you decide to be impulsive about it and move into it, is it worth your time or is it not? Is there something that you could spend your time more well worth it rather than being that impulsive person? Mind you, having said that, being impulsive, do you like that part of yourself, Hector? My guides wanted me to challenge you with that. Do you like that side of yourself, being impulsive? Margaret says, okay, I'm going to go, but I'll be live again tonight at 9. Much love. Thanks again. Good night, Margaret, and thank you so much for your donation. Take care. Penny is saying to you, Hector, stand up for yourself before others. Living yourself is not selfish. No, absolutely, Penny. That is so right. Loving yourself, yeah. It took me a lot of years to get that, Penny, to actually understand that even living myself and loving myself is just, it's not selfish. Hector says, yes, I like my adventurous side. I know that sometimes my impulses put me in not so great situations. Okay. And this is that need to help other people out where they don't deserve your energy. And even sometimes when the whole thing is completely finished, they're still not deserving of energy because they don't even say thank you. Hector says to Penny, I've been practicing more of that. You're pretty bang on, Penny. You're doing good, woman. Penny says, same here, Caroline. I still fall back at times. Yep, yep, and we do. It's a learning process. We can't all be um, doing the right thing all of the time. We slip back, and then we move forward, and then we slip back, and then we move forward. It's okay because that is exactly where you're meant to be. I just wish more people would understand that, that when you feel like you're stuck, you're not actually stuck. You're doing exactly what you're meant to do. So, given that, Hector, this card has come up for you, and this is the Temperance card, which is also known as the Balance card. So, everything that we've basically said to you is about those highs and lows that you're going through. But they're asking you to find a balance between the two. All right, look for the balance between the two. When you go into a low, figure out what it is that you're going into a low about. Find out why you go that low and then all of a sudden you're up really high. Find out why. Was it something to do with your childhood? Was it something to do with somebody that had said something to you a long time ago, and or a mentor or a role model that you had in your life that was very similar to those ups and downs, those highs and lows that you had? There was never any balance in what you saw or how you felt about things. And this seems to be carrying in through to your present day life. So, how is it that you have picked up these highs and lows? Is it a learned thing? Was it something that you came into this world with? Chandra says, every day in every way we're getting better and better. We are, Chandra. And that was for you, Hector. Your parents. Okay. So there were never any in betweens. So this is a learned process. I think that's what they call nature versus nurture. So this learned process that you picked up from them, this is part of your life lessons. So just let me know if you understand life lessons and what it is that you agreed to before you came here, Hector, because they were giving you inadvertently, they didn't know this, they did before they came down here, their role in your life was to give you lessons in highs and lows so that you can find a balance between the two. So, and they're saying to me that you know this, right? You already know this, work with it so that you can find that balance in your life. They're going to, they keep telling me that they're going to keep introducing these highs and lows into your life, and you're going to keep following those highs and lows in your life until you form a balance between the two. Hi, Sheena. Hector says, but also very energetically sensitive. Yes, yep, I get that. I get that, which is probably why I'm such a hermit. I go to a shopping centre and I just, like, get me out of here. I can't do it anymore. Chandra says, beautiful reading. Hector says, yes. I'm not quite sure what that yes means, Hector. Um, Sheena says, hello, hello, beautiful. And Sheena says, may I please have a card? We're just working with Hector at the moment, Sheena. Um, okay, so, yeah, your parents were there. You were meant to come through to them for the lessons that you've had in your life. And one of those lessons is the highs and lows. There's never any in between. And I get that. Like, a lot of parents, a lot of people that are now moving through their spirituality are seeing this, that, that our parents were there to show us something that will give us more perspective about who we are as a person and what we need to learn, what we can um, get out of it, get out of those lessons. But you got to pull through this. You got the wheel of the year here. It's like, and it won't be that long because I've got 4 cards in front of me, 3 cards, sorry. That was your, no, that wasn't your card, or was it? No. Okay, so there's 2 cards here. It tells me that you're going to get through this, all right? It tells me this particular card, the Wheel of the Year, tells me that you are coming full circle and that you will be starting not only what some people call a new chapter in your book, but almost like a new book. Like you will be writing your future yourself. There will be no karmic attachments to it. You will be shifting, right? It's almost this the karmic cycle has been fixed, it's been finalized. So work with the information that you've got, those highs and lows. Keep the idea that you are impulsive, okay? Keep those parts of yourself that you love to be impulsive about. But just ask, as you said, as Penny said, I think it was, that um, remind yourself, are they there to test you, or is it okay to be impulsive about this? That's where you'll find your balance. Okay, so Hector says, I have been feeling a shift coming for a few months now. Yeah, I'm so grateful. It's close. Yeah, it is close. It is coming. And like, it also represents to me all of those feelings that you feel when you do get these highs and lows. Notice all of the different, you've got your autumn, what are we? Summer, autumn, winter, spring, and you feel them all in one day. It's like the highs and lows of life. But this to me represents your kind of will. All right. So things will get better. You will have abundance. Your feelings will become more mature. They will become more stable. You will be able to put things into action and you will find growth through them. So that, Hector, was for you. And they just keep coming. You got the world coming to you. Again, look at the 4 corners of these cards. All the different emotions, and therein you will find your balance. So look for the balances with everything that you do. Okay, that's the main that's the main gust of this particular reading for you, Hector. Good morning, Regina. Penny says, Hector has all that is perfect for him. Just pick the little things that make him happy. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Hector, do you have a fur baby? Do you have an animal around you? I'm just picking up, it may not be a dog, but I'm picking up a dog at the moment. I'm picking up this beautiful fur baby that keeps looking at you as if to say, thank you for being in my life. I live with two cats. Okay, all right. Which is maybe why they showed me that it may not be a dog. I just see a fur baby. They gave me the words fur baby. And they want to say to you, thank you for being in my life. So you must adore them. I had a white dog that passed a few. Okay, right. Thank you. That was what I was told to tell you. Thank you for being in my life. Not having been in my life. Thank you for being in my life. Penny says she hears that meow. They're very happy that they love being around you. Very happy. And I see which one of your cats keeps pushing the things off the bench. I don't have cats, so I don't really know that. I'm told that they do this, but they're showing me a cat that keeps pushing something off the bench. I don't want that there on the bench. I'm pushing it off. Ha ha ha! I got you today. That type of that type of attitude that I'm getting. Like, you sneaky little shit! You've done it again. You've pushed it off the bench. Why can't you just leave it alone? That's what I'm hearing. That's the banter that I'm hearing. His name is Kiko. So does he keep pushing things off the bench? Kiko. Kiko, stop pushing everything off the bench. He messes with my plants. Okay. Wonderful. Beautiful. All right, Hector, that is for you. Okay. So we've been going for nearly 3 hours here. So let's just do a quick few more readings, not really long ones. Thank you so much for your donation, Hector. I really do appreciate that. And hopefully you got a lot out of your reading. He loves being in my room. Yeah, he just loves being near you. They're just saying to me there's mutual respect there, there's mutual understanding. You give me what I need, I'll give you what you need. You respect my strength, I'll respect yours. That's what I'm getting for you from him. Hiko. I'm the boss. He thinks he's the boss. But he can't be boss without you. You're so welcome, Hector. Penny gives you lots of hearts to you. Okay, so is there anybody out there that would like a short reading? Is there anybody out there that would like to donate to the Anti-Child Trafficking Fund? Any amount will be okay to send through. Mhm. Do you come through to Facebook at all, Hector? I love cats. I miss mine. Oh, Penny. Can't you get a cat now? Or is it too soon? No, Charlie. Charlie, I'm watching you. They're my two fur babies. No, Dad won't have a pet. Oh, okay. All right. I don't really go on Facebook, but I'll add you. Okay. All right. That's good. Thank you, Hector. That way you'll get two. You know, you were saying before that you don't really use some of the notifications. I get notifications through, I have to delete some of them through YouTube as well, because I tend to look at them once they get to about 100 notifications, and that's just not the way it should go. So I'm going to have to delete a couple of them. But yeah, please come through to Facebook. If you don't get that many notifications through Facebook, um, you may pick up on the ones that you missed through YouTube. Yes, it is fun doing group readings, and that's the idea behind Tuesdays. Friday nights, I'm on my own, or sometimes I have another reader on here, but he seems to have eluded Friday nights for a little while. So we're going to have to do something about that. You're practicing your skills. Well, keep practicing them. All right, keep practicing them, because you have got skills and you just need to get it out there. You just need to have that confidence in yourself. Um, they had they had to put the dog down a few months before Mum. Oh, so much loss, so much loss. It really has been a mess, hasn't it? They've put you through the ringer. They've absolutely put you through the ringer. Okay, so it doesn't look like anybody would like a reading. We've got a few people in the background there, so if anybody wants one, let me know. If not, I will end the live and go and make myself a cup of tea and go sit with my fur babies. Done a fair few readings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done about 12 or 13 readings today, so that's not a bad effort. That's a pretty good effort. Right. Okay. It looks like that's it for me for this afternoon. So thank you everybody so much for coming in. Thank you to those who put through a donation to my anti-child trafficking. Just remember the link is always up on my page. So if you wanted to put through for no reason at all, you're more than welcome to do that. It is always, it's a harsh world out there. And yes, Hector, you take care as well. And please catch me up on the goss. If you have anything that you want to share with me about how things are happening in your life, please do so. I'm always here. You can reach out to me on Messenger and Facebook on my private page. So, yeah, just reach out that way. I don't really take people on board in my private page because I keep my private page separate from my public page. So, yeah, but you can reach out to me any way you like. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much, beautiful soul. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you, Penny. Just please be gentle on yourself. And I want to be able to see the rain next time when you sit out on that porch. Okay? Show me the rain, woman. Show me the rain. All right, guys. Love and light to you. Thank you so much. And please remember, honor the light within.